Today, we're going to be talking about ceremonial magic, ritual magic, high magic, or learned magic. So ceremonial magic was popularized by the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, which we will be talking about at some point.
Okay.
It draws on such schools of philosophical and occult thought as Hermetic Qabalah, Enochian, Thelema, and the various grimoires of magic.
Yes.
Ceremonial magic is part of Hermeticism and Western esotericism. The synonym magic, M-A-G-I-C-K, is an archaic spelling of magic that was used during the Renaissance. It was revived by Aleister Crowley.
Crowley.
Differentiate occult magic from stage magic.
Interesting.
He defined it as the science and art of causing change to occur. Wow, Mike. That's just wow.
Wow, Mike.
To occur in conformity with
occur,
or
we could change it.
Yeah, I changed the word.
It's up to us. I mean,
this includes ordinary acts of will as well as ritual magic. Crowley wrote, it's theoretically possible to cause in any object any change of which that object is capable by nature. John Simmons and Kenneth Grant attached deeper occult significance to this preference. Crowley saw magic as the essential method for a person to reach true understanding of the self and to act accordingly to one's true will, which he saw as the reconciliation between free will and destiny. He describes the process in his Magic, Book 4.
How many books did Crowley write, I wonder?
I don't know. A lot.
They always say libera, L-I-B-R-E or whatever.
The term magic, from early modern English, was used in works such as the 1651 translation of Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa's De Occulta Philosophia, or the 3 books of occult philosophy or of magic.
Interesting.
Aleister Crowley chose the spelling to differentiate his practices and rituals from stage magic, and the term has since been repopularized by those who have adopted elements of his teachings.
How much did you know? How much do you know about magic? Not reading aside.
I'm just learning as I go.
Is it interesting to you?
Yes.
Can I get mine out of the way so I can get this thing off my lap? I don't even think I have all of it. We're on white magic, aren't we? Didn't you pick white magic?
Ceremonial magic. I guess it is.
Well, any magic can fall under ceremonial.
Well, no, there's lots of different magic. There's apotropaic.
Chaos.
Yeah, chaos, sorcery, sympathetic, black, gray,
love,
white, shamanism, yep, sex magic, thaumaturgy,
money magic,
yeah, natural, witchcraft, sigils, which is we've already talked about.
There is runes.
Yeah, runic magic.
And there is roll the bones.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of shit. It's a voodoo's the one I don't fuck around with that shit.
So
Sumerian.
Yeah. Egyptian.
Yeah. That's powerful stuff, Egyptian.
Yeah.
Obviously they were geniuses. They made the pyramids out of concrete, basically.
Well, yeah, and they're like, heavy.
Yeah. Heavy
ton blocks.
Metal. I mean rock. Heavy rock.
Yeah.
Getting back to your heavy rock.
Granite. I think they were granite.
They might have been faced out. They were reflective when they were first done. You almost like reflective, like, is there something there? And then you move to the left a little bit. Oh yeah. Like very reflective.
I don't know about that, but
I've read that. That's interesting what you found the other day, where it could be way, 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 way older than they originally thought they knew for sure.
Yeah, thousands of years older.
Yeah, which is quite a bit. They go as far into the ground as they go in the air.
They don't, but that's okay.
That's what I read.
No, they don't go that far in the ground.
They don't?
No. I mean, they go into the ground, but not as far as we think they do.
Oh, okay. Because what is the big one, 200 feet?
So, yeah, something like that.
Well,
some of them are built on top of other tombs too, so they're finding out that some of these tombs that they've been excavating that are older than the pyramids, they can't get into because they built right over them.
Right. They just layer 2, layer 3, layer 4. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wonder how far down that goes. That's a trip.
I don't know. So part of white magic involves Qabalah and the Tree of Life.
Yes.
The Tree of Life is a tool used to categorize and organize various mystical concepts. At its most simple level, it is composed of 10 spheres or emanations called Sephiroth, which are connected by 22 paths. The Sephiroth are represented by the planets and paths by the characters of the Hebrew alphabet, which are subdivided by the 4 classical elements, the 7 classical planets, and the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Huh.
With Western magical tradition, the tree is used as a kind of conceptual filing cabinet.
Oh.
Each Sephira and path is assigned various ideas, such as gods, cards of the tarot, astrological planets and signs and elements and things like that. Crowley considered a deep understanding of the Tree of Life to be essential to the magician. The Tree of Life has got to be learnt by heart. You must know it backwards, forwards, sideways, and upside down. It must become the automatic background of all your thinking. You must keep on hanging everything that comes your way upon its proper bow.
Huh.
It's similar to yoga in that learning the Tree of Life is not so much magic as it is a way to map out one's spiritual universe. As such, the adept may use the tree to determine a destination for astral travel, to choose which gods to invoke, and for what purposes. It also plays an important role in modeling the spiritual journey, where the adept begins in Malkuth, which is the everyday material world of phenomena, with the ultimate goal being at Kether, the sphere of unity with the all.
I have not used the Tree of Life at all in anything I've ever done. In fact, I blatantly ignored the Tree of Life.
Well, we can go through either components, techniques, history, or all of them if you want to.
Let's go through all of them.
All right.
Let's touch on each one.
All right. Components. The body of light, or the astral body, or the subtle body, is a quasi-material aspect of the human body, being neither solely physical nor solely spiritual, by a number of philosophers, and elaborated on according to various esoteric, occult, and mystical teachings.
Very, very interesting.
Other terms used for this body include body of glory, spirit body, radiant body, luciform body, radiant, starry, or sidereal, or celestial.
What's the next model of white magic?
Well, we're still on this one right now.
Oh, damn it.
Crowley referred to the Algodes. How to say that word?
I pronounce it the same way. I can't help myself. I just sort of read I'm not hooked on phonics.
Yeah, a Greek term for the body of light, and connected it with the knowledge and conversation of the holy guardian angel, whoever that may be, associated with each human being. He stressed that the body of light must be built up through the use of imagination, and that it must be then animated, exercised, and disciplined. The next component of ceremonial magic is the grimoire.
The grimoire. This one I do know.
A textbook of magic, which includes instructions on how to create magical objects like talismans and amulets or spells,
black scries,
charms and divination, or how to summon and invoke supernatural entities like angels, spirits, deities, demons. In many cases, the books themselves are believed to be imbued with magical power.
Wow.
In many cultures, other sacred texts that are not grimoires, like the Bible, have been believed to have supernatural properties intrinsically.
Wow.
The only contents found in a grimoire will be information on spells and the rituals and the preparation of magical tools and list of ingredients and their magical correspondences.
So it read like stereo instructions.
Correct.
Nice.
In this manner, all books on magic could be thought of as grimoires. Not all magical books should be thought of as a grimoire. While the term grimoire is originally European, many Europeans throughout history, particularly ceremonial magicians and cunning folk.
Cunning.
Yeah. Cunning stunts.
Yeah.
Have used the grimoires. Owen Davies, who's a historian, noted that similar books can be found all over the world, ranging from Jamaica to Sumatra.
Ah, so it was happening everywhere.
Yes. He also noted that in this sense, the world's first grimoires were created in Europe and the ancient Near East.
But even in Jamaica, man.
Another component is obviously magical formula or word of power. It's believed to have supernatural effects. They are words whose meanings illustrate principles and degrees of understanding that are often difficult to relay using other forms of speech or writing. These words often have no intrinsic meaning in and of themselves. However, when deconstructed, each individual letter may refer to some universal concept found in the system that the formula appears. Additionally, in grouping certain letters together, one is able to display meaningful sequences that are considered to be of value to the spiritual system that utilizes them, like hierarchies, historiographic data, psychological stages, etc.
Nice.
A formula's potency is understood and may be usable by the magician only through the prolonged meditation on its levels of meanings. Once these have been interiorized by the magician, they may then utilize the formula to maximum effect.
Power words.
Yeah. Magical record is another component. It is a journal or other source of documentation containing magical events, experiences, ideas, and any other information that the magician may see fit to add.
So not a grimoire, but a magical spell book.
Yeah.
A magical spell journal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There can be many purposes for such a record, like recording evidence to verify the effectiveness of specific procedures. So Aleister Crowley basically said that the scientific method should be applied to the practice of magic.
Okay.
Or to ensure that data may propagate beyond the lifetime of the magician. Benefits of this process vary, but usually include future analysis and further education by the individual and or associates with whom the magician feels comfortable in revealing such intrinsically private information.
And stay adaptive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be open to change. Be open to refinement.
Crowley was highly insistent upon the importance of this practice, as he writes in Liber E, Liber capital. Right. It is absolutely necessary that all experiments should be recorded in detail during or immediately after their performance. The more scientific the record is, the better.
Okay.
Emotions should be noted as being some of the conditions that let the record be written with sincerity and care. Thus, with practice, it will be found more and more to approximate to the ideal. Other items he suggests for inclusion include the physical and mental condition of the experimenter, the time and place, and environmental conditions such as weather.
Okay. I can go along with that.
The practice of ceremonial magic often requires tools, which should be made or consecrated specifically for this use. They're called magical weapons, which are required for a particular ritual or series of rituals. They may be symbolic to representation of psychological elements of the magician or to metaphysical concepts.
Okay.
In Magick Book 4, Part 2 by Aleister Crowley, he lists the tools required as a magic circle drawn on the ground and inscribed with the names of God, altar, wand, cup, sword, and pentacle to represent his true will, his understanding, his reason, and the lower parts of his being, respectively. On the altar is a phial of oil to represent his aspirations and for consecrating items to his intent. The magician is surrounded by a scourge, dagger, and chain intended to keep his intent pure. An oil lamp, book of conjurations, and bells are required, as if the wearing of a crown, robe, and lamen. The crown affirms divinity. The robe symbolizes silence. The lamen declares work. The book of conjurations is his magical record, his karma. In the east is the magic fire in which all burns up at last. And then you have techniques like banishing, which is the elimination of unwanted forces or invocation.
Right. And the ending of having a demon in your circle.
Yeah.
To banish it back to where it came from.
Yep.
Unless you want it to hang around.
Well, some people do.
Which you don't.
Yeah. Throw some meat at them.
Yeah.
Have a snack and take a nap.
Right.
So invocation, then there are three methods of invocation, which is devotion, where the identity with God is attained by love and by surrender, by giving up or suppressing all irrelevant and parts of yourself. There's calling forth, where identity is attained by paying special attention to the desired part of yourself. And the drama. Identity is attained by sympathy. It is very difficult for the ordinary man to lose himself completely in the subject of a play or of a novel, but for those who can do so, this method is unquestionably the best.
Okay. The best.
And then you have evocation, which is bringing a spiritual being before, not into the magician. Eucharistic, which consists in taking common things, transmuting them into things divine, and consuming them.
Transmitting or transmuting?
Transmuting.
Muting, okay.
Consecration, the active dedication of a thing to a single purpose.
That would be
divination.
That would be to put something in your employee.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I doubt I would try it with an angel based on what we've researched recently.
Yeah, those guys are scary.
They're scaring the shit out of me, man.